Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades. Let's dive into some analysis here. So, USD JPY obviously continuing to extend here, and you can see we have some sort of pretty nice reversal. My guess is this is going to continue to give us more price targets higher and higher. There you go. So basically the same one here. I think I just have to adjust it a little bit. Maybe it was off from last week or last count. But yeah, nothing has really changed. I think that once we get into this area, USD JPY, we could be at the in a danger area, basically again, for a market reversal. But until then, I think the market could easily grind higher or chop or whatever. Right? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe, because right now we're making new all-time highs, and we've talked about it already about the in the Discord about the weekly cycle being open on the stochastic. So there is some risk right now. If you want to watch this, so there is risk. We are making new all-time highs, and there is definitely some risk in here. So we are protecting ourselves accordingly. Just looking at what's going on the weekly cycle. Again, we've seen monthly cycle crashes when the stochastics do that. So again, this is not the monthly cycle. This is the weekly cycle. So it doesn't mean we're going to get a stock market crash, but it could definitely mean we could get a bigger, more nasty pullback where people definitely be caught off guard and be shaken out of their positions and give a lot of the gains back throughout the year back into the market, right? Let's continue. We'll take a look here at the Dow Jones. So the Dow Jones, you can see we never really fully got into the dip buy area, which, either it could mean many things. It could mean many things. Maybe this was the wave 4, and then you're in the 5th wave, right? Because if we do, I believe, a price target from here, I think we would have hit the dip buy area. Would we have not? We would have, right? So now we're starting to see a little bit better alignment. So you could see if we did a flat from here, then you would have hit the flat target perfectly, right? Which means this dip buy area would have been essentially the valid one, right? The valid count. And now, if you're going to extend from here, then you're going to do some sort of 5th wave extension. And if you do a 5th wave extension, then either you're inside of the three moment to the blow off top, or you're going to need to do another 1-2, and then you'll pull back. You lose the 5th wave, and you'll come in into the middle area here, and you'll find some sort of support, right? So right now it's probably higher. Now this could end here, just like this, right? This could end here, just like that. We've talked about the weekly cycle being open on the stochastic, so it could end just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it just finishes. And next week is Armageddon, but I'm guessing we're probably gonna chop and grind higher because right now the trend is higher, and we need to sucker more people in if they were gonna drop the markets. Okay, so right now that's what I'm seeing here. The SPY is the similar situation. Basically, if we maybe do a flat from this area, no, never mind. The 236 is all the way down here. We never hit it, so this is a truncation. Could this be, or could we still be in 1, right? And then this is some sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll get 2 later. Could be. Could also still be a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and it's gonna explode higher, right? Maybe the markets are gonna surge higher, but I definitely think there's a lot of risk now associated with the market, but we'll continue to be long, right? It's not like I'm short everything. I'm definitely still long a lot of stuff, but I am buying protection to hedge just to protect, right? So we'll see. Triple Qs, same thing, probably in some sort of 5th wave extension. I think this whole market is probably doing some sort of 1-2, like a larger 1-2, because this is not really indicative of a wave 3. Wave 3 is even more impulsive than this. Like you'll know it when you see it, right? A wave 3 could be something like this, more steep, right? And we're ending like a grand cycle here, so I think I think the move needs to be pretty dramatic. I think like everybody needs to throw everything at the market, pretty much, and then you'll start to see that happen. The IWM, it could be still in the flat. I think taking out this high here would invalidate this setup, and you'd have to think that you're in the 3 of 3 moment, which seems unlikely given what we just talked about. It could be that you're in a bigger 1-2, because this seems a little bit shallow. Again, all of these dips seem a little bit shallow. It seems almost like you could use a bigger pullback, right? But because you're also breaking that daily cycle. You know, if you look at those daily cycles, they are starting to break. You are correcting cycles right now, right? We're correcting some cycles. Well, it managed to recover, but you start to break that lower. It's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. I don't want to extend, and then we'll just make this like the daily. Keep this on the daily. That's it. TLT. TLT is interesting because right now we're in some sort of buy area here for the yields. Now, let's say we were to start to break lower, okay? Then maybe the X is in, right? Maybe the X is in somewhere here on the weekly cycle, right there. Oh, well, we have some divergence there, but we'd have to find another count for this, right? And this is how I've been trading the yields. We've been trading TLT, and I think that right now, since we didn't get this move and it's deciding to just extend like so, and this, if you were to start to break these highs, I think the invalidation point is if you break the highs here at 94.10 on TLT, then this count is invalidated. We're not going to get this bigger drop in the bonds, and we're going to get a rate cut meltdown, right? You're going to get the yields to melt down, and then you'll come down into the larger cycle buy area, which would be down here, right? Somewhere between like 3.54 to 2.88. And then once we get into these levels, that's when the wave 2 ends for the yields, and the yields are going to new all-time highs, 78%, never before seen. And then maybe that's when the market starts to get that grand super cycle meltdown. But until then, you know, the market can continue to shoot higher. You know, if it starts to grind lower and lower and lower, I think breaking maybe 4.382 on the 20-year yield probably aligns with this level here. Would have the bonds surge, but then it'll be the top, right? You'll top out here in some sort of WXY, and we can readjust the target, right? We can definitely readjust the target if that needs to be done, and it's even lower, right? It's like you break it slightly higher, and then you have a bigger, wider target like this that's lower, because it's no longer a flat. It becomes a WXY, and then you go up. The semis have been pretty choppy. I've been trying to grind higher as well. I did this big reset here. Now, daily cycle still shows that we could be extending in a fifth wave, which I think you could easily be doing. Right? Maybe next couple of weeks, continue to go up in November, or October. Sorry, rest of October. And I feel like this is way too shallow. I feel like this is way too shallow to just be the wave 2 correction, just like that. I feel like we'll need some sort of bigger pullback, right? You'll need something like this. You'll lose the whole move, but you'll still go to new all-time highs afterwards. All right, so right now, just going with the trend, this thing is still very bullish. It's giving almost no pullbacks. It continues to be very bullish, and nobody wants to sell. And you're gonna have to complete all these 3s and 4s at one point. You gotta delete some of these counts because they're just starting to confuse me a little bit. There you go. Gold got its first pullback. It's the top in gold, right? Is the top in? Was that it? I'm losing. I'm running out of counts. I think breaking below 39.44, or basically just taking out this pivot, would start to invalidate the gold going higher, and that may have been the short-term top. And then either you're getting a wave 4. If it goes too deep, it'll be another 1-2, and gold will still continue to go to new all-time highs later on. and it's going to be a tremendous dip buying opportunity. Silver, on the other hand, is actually still probably looking for one more high. I think we could do one more high at a complete discount. We've completed some of these cycles here, so we can start deleting some. So you're starting to complete a lot of these moves. We've had a great dip buy opportunities. Now it's just some massive wave 3 explosive move. Are we still in the 3 of 3 of 3? Or are we going to get a bigger 1-2? Or a larger cycle reset? It remains to be seen. Obviously, the dip buy area has held so far, but we're not reacting too much out of it. So we'll see what next week has to offer us. I'm not in any trades on silver, other than holding physical, which is not really a trade. It's like a long-term investment. Oil, we got our reaction from our dip buy area. Successful outcome. So now we know that this chart was good. Now we need to see what happens next, right? Because right now we haven't broken the lows. We have technically still not broken the lows, so that means that maybe we need another high in oil before flush down. So maybe oil can rally, and once it does, maybe it comes down later on. If this is the cycle low, then we'll have to revisit it. But for the time being, I don't think that's the case. Let's get rid of this, and there's no trade setups anymore, just because there's the price hasn't developed enough for us to see anything in the short term, and we don't trade oil like on the minute chart. Nat gas, very tough chart again. Continuing to extend the Y. We got stopped out again. I think I'm done trading nat gas for the year. I don't even know if I want to get short again. Maybe that's why. Maybe this is why it's so difficult. Maybe we gotta wait to the extremes. You can only buy when the RSIs are above the margin, so maybe below 30, above 70, long and short. But regardless, if it comes to here, sure, maybe we'll try again. But no, I don't think it'll come just yet. And I don't know if I'm ready to be hurt again. Nat gas has been giving us some great shorts. Didn't take profit. Next week, gap open 13%. That's the way she goes sometimes, right? So that's it. I think that for nat gas, it could come into this area. You could have a short opportunity if you're willing to take it again, and then the target's all the way down here at $2. If that's not, this kind of lines up with the oil going a little bit higher, right? So now we got a little bit of reconnection. The market's reconnecting a little bit. So, anyways, that's this week's update for now. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.